Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video of Marvel Contest of Champions. Now a lot of you guys have been requesting me to do the remaining 6 parts on 7.1. So here they are. I'm gonna squeeze them in before I go back to do the 6.4 video. So today is 7.1.1, Pleasure to Burn and Mighty Charge. Now with Mighty Charge, whenever a defender dashes into you, he becomes unstunnable and also removes all damage over time effects on him. The only way you can attack him is that you have to intercept, or you can reparry, or you can just take him to a corner. So we'll discuss more on that one within every fight. And then there is Pleasure to Burn. So the opponent only takes damage when takes 100% damage when he has an Incinerate on him, and there's a 20% chance for you to apply Incinerate whenever you attack the opponent, or you can get incinerated as well when the opponent hits you. Now the best champions here will be champions that can inflict Incinerate and also are immune to Incinerate, but inflict Incinerate is enough. If not, you can also bring in Incinerate immune champions or some other synergies like Metal champions, Ghost, and the boss is going to be a Black Widow Deadly Origin. In my opinion, she's the most annoying boss of 7.1, with enhanced shock, tenacity with 75%, and a new node that is bullet time. We will discuss it more in detail once we get there, and because it's X7, we will have the option to swap one champion before the boss fight. So we will also discuss some good options that work great against the boss. But before we jump into the part guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on those bell notifications, and also leave a comment down below of what strategy did you take for this path. All of that really helps me out a lot. Now the first fight is going to be against the Cyclops. Now you can literally bring any champion for this path, because you have Pleasure to Burn that also gives you a chance to apply Incinerate to the opponent, 20% chance whenever you attack the opponent. So you can bring in any champion and you can easily kill off your opponent and not get hit and do not get Incinerate. You will notice in this fight I get hit a lot and I take a lot of Incinerate damage. Now to avoid all of that, you can bring in champions that are either immune to Incinerate, and also if they have easy access to Incinerate, that also helps. So champions like Hyperion, champions like MODOK with his heavy, Black Widow Clairvoyant, Human Torch, Sunspot are some really great options. So all you need to do is to damage the opponent when they have the Incinerate up. So if you're using a champion that somebody who does not have Incinerate inflict, like I'm using Omega Red here, all you can do is to build up to your specials and wait for him to get incinerated, then use your specials. You will also notice that with against Cyclops, sometimes it's hard to evade his SP1 or SP2 because you can miss time and you can get clipped and you can take damage. But that's okay, there are only 6 fights per part in X7, so you can bring in 5 champions and you can easily clear the path. For Mighty Charge, there are quite few ways you can deal with it. You can either do reparry, which is the easier way, or you can also do backdraft and then intercept. That can also work. The best way I found out is I usually try to keep the defender on his side of the screen, and then he cannot dash in. He can only use light attacks, and that I can easily parry and get back in and hit. Next fight is Gunston Hulk OG. Now with Hulk again, his sig ability is the one that will create problems for you once you get him down to a lower health pool, because his damage increase is proportional to the health lost. Now I'm using a Mole Man because I'm in love with this guy. I think he's an amazing champion and skill these days. So all I'm trying to do here is to build up to some monster mass and then activate my frenzy and hit into him, and then let the criticals bleed and the incinerate do the rest with Pleasure to Burn. Again, you will notice I'm just staying on his side of the map. I am not giving him space to dash in, and that also triggers his SP1, giving me easy openings. So that's how you can deal with Mighty Charge. If every now and then he does charge at me, I just reparry him. So if you're not good with reparries, I would suggest you to really practice them because they come in really handy. I wasn't able to do them a couple of months ago, but now I can do them consistently, so it's a good skill too. And then we have a Thor Ragnarok. So again, he is a metal champion, so Magneto works really well. I have a 6-star rank 3 Magnetos. I'm just gonna bring him. I'm just gonna build up to 40 prowess charges and let my SP3 loose. Now, because he is magnetized, so the pleasure to burn does not work all the time, and you're not able to apply incinerate. But don't worry about that. Just throw your SP3 with 40 prowess charges, and it will kill the defender off. Also guys, if you like running Corvus, the 3 fights in the beginning are all Corvus charges, so your Cyclops mutant, and then with your Hulk is an Avenger, and with our Ragnarok also you can get Avenger charge, so you can easily take these into upcoming fights and to the boss as well. Next up is a pretty simple and easy fight against a Diablo. Now just keep him to a special one, and as soon as he uses special one, just cancel the animation and go attack him, and that will keep him from getting any unstoppables or anything. And apart from that, any science champion or any other champion will work. I've just brought in a human torch who is not only incinerate immune but has easy access to incinerate as well. Now you will notice here that I am using pre-fight ability. In hindsight, I should not have used it. Just simple incinerate would have done the trick, but because there is also pleasure to burn, so that is applying the incinerate on my behalf, and then the pre-fight ability is killing me off faster. And then we have a fight with Gamora. Again, it's a simple and easy fight. Just try to keep her to an SP1. Her SP2 can be really annoying to evade sometimes and you can get clipped. All I'm doing with Colossus is I am trying to reparry and then use my heavies with those big damages. And I run always Omega Red with Colossus. Is one of my favorite combinations in the game. So Omega Red will give him that synergy of getting 2% damage, 2% extra damage for each armor or debuff. So really the Reparry will enhance all the armor, give him extra damage, and once you have that, you can just go and lay into the champion. Just keep them on the right corner of the screen so it does not dash in, so you don't have to worry about the mighty charge. And then it's a pretty quick and simple fight, guys. And then the final defender before the boss is going to be a Corvus. Now Corvus is also a metal champion, so Magneto works really well. Build up to his 40 prowess charges and use an SP3 to kill him off with the bleeds. Otherwise you can use other champions as well that can inflict incinerate, or even not just tanky champions. Just be careful not to get crit. Doom works really well for this fight because he has crit resistance. And then also all those champions that have crit resistance against him can work really nicely here. I'm talking about your Guardian, and also I'm talking about your Warlock. So all of these champions are some good counters to Corvus Glaive here. Again, just try to keep him on his side of the screen, or you can reparry to deal with the mighty charge, and you can bring him down quite easily. Now before I go into this fight and explain the mechanics of it, I just want to say this is the most annoying boss I find in 7.1, and I'm really bad with her, but I did manage to get a solo this time around after trying 3-4 times. So what I'm essentially doing is I'm bringing in a tanky champion like Colossus, and I am using reparry to build up those bullet time charges, the green icon that you see below the HP bar of Black Widow Clairvoyant. Once I have them up around 8 or 10, I will just try to dex her and activate the passive stun because of bullet time, and during that stun she will take extra damage because of stun vulnerability, and then I will throw my specials to kill her off quicker. Again, this is going to be a very clutch fight. I barely kill her at 1%, so yeah, it's one of the annoying boss that I hate fighting games in 7.1. Now you need to be careful that you cannot, whenever you parry, she's going to have a 75% chance to shrug it off, so you need to wait to see if it sticks before you can use a heavy attack. And also if you go in and try to attack her, she's going to evade and give you shock, and she will have, unshock and give you a lot of damage. Now the way you can deal with her, there are some really good options. I would suggest to just bring in shock immune champions so you don't have to worry about her shock. So champions like Doom, champions like Korg or Thing, and also Corvus Glaive will work nicely, especially if you're going to use the Corvus. There is already, he will be having 3 charges from this path, and you can just bring in him to kill her off. Now the best counter that I found out against her is going to be a Moleman. Just keep Moleman below 10 monster mass charges, he will have that true sight, so Black Widow Deadly Origin cannot evade, and also he is shock immune, so if she tries to shock, that's not gonna work as well, and you can just fight her simply ignoring the bullet time loop. Now I hope you guys find this video and tips and tricks helpful. If you did, guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. All of that really helps me out a lot. I will try to finish off the 7.1 videos really quick and just go back to 6.4 so we can catch up on the story quest. In the meanwhile, guys, make sure to hang out on the channel, check out the playlist, and you can find a lot of help for all the story quests. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.